This is WYFR, Okeechobee, Florida, the United States of America. Broadcasting to West Africa on 21525 kilohertz, 13 meters.
Our hope is that you'll be able to continue with us as the Sound of New Life continues the next hour on most of these same frequencies to these same target areas. If this is the case, do stay with us because we should be back with another Family Bible Study Fellowship in Galatians chapter 5, and we'll be moving on to verses 9 and 10. Thank you for listening.
From the World Desk of United Press International, I'm Brian McFadden.
All day, every day, this is your news and information service. This way, right? I'm Ken. This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
Is Radio Canada International at the 1976 Summer Olympics, the Games of the 21st Olympiad.
It's 11 hours Greenwich Mean Time, and this is the news on the Voice of America. Good evening, I'm Stan Busby, and here are the hour's top stories.
This is from the Registered Service of Radio. You've been listening to Radio Peking.
This is the extended service from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Go 600 GMT. Service of Radio Deutsche Welle, the voice of Germany in Cologne. Hier ist die Deutsche Welle über die Sender in der Bundesrepublik Deutschland.
Jerusalem, 27 degrees with 37% relative humidity. In Tel Aviv, 28 degrees, 61%. We'll be back with a review of the major news stories of the day in a few moments. Make a rendezvous with Drugstore Number 1 at the Noah Dizengoff Center. You'll see a world of beautiful things. Fashion for all occasions. Books, gifts, cosmetics, perfumes. What's more, Drugstore Number 1 is for eating in style. Real French style. Late meals, elegant dinners, takeaway foods. Drugstore Number 1 at the Dizengoff Center. Come see for yourself. The news and program in French follow immediately. To all of our listeners, a very pleasant afternoon and shalom from Jerusalem.
Aired by the Dutch World Broadcasting System, Radio Nederland, in Hilversum, Holland. Relayed via the Flamingo Island, Bonaire, Netherlands Antilles. Of course, we shall welcome any other communication containing a musical request, questions about the Netherlands and its people, or just plain reception reports, which, if correct, will be worth an attractive verification card. Let's hear from you soon. And that's the end of this broadcast.
And this is New Zealand calling Australia on 9.52 megahertz in the 31 meter band and on 6.08 megahertz in the 49 meter band. The Australian and New Zealand service of Radio Japan in Tokyo.
This is FEBC Radio International, transmitting from the Philippines.
The BBC Far Eastern Relay Station. We are now broadcasting on 6.195, 9.74, 11.75, 15.31, 15.435, and 17.88 megahertz in the 49, 31, 25, 19, and 16 meter bands. In just over half a minute from now, at 9 hours Greenwich Mean Time, you will hear the news from London.
From Quito, Ecuador, right of the Americas, radio station HCJB presents The Call of the Andes, with a look at the themes of life and destiny. Tune to the French service of Radio RSA.
Vous êtes à l'écoute du service français de Radio RSA.
Attention station engineers and program directors. We're about to feed a network news call. The permission to use the material on this news call has been granted to AFRTS by the commercial networks in the United States. It is for the use of AFRTS stations only.
This is Radio Finland, Helsinki. Our next transmission in English will be at 13 hours GMT to Europe on 11.755 and 15.265 megahertz.
From Radio Moscow, another edition of The World Today.
Radio Japan, the overseas broadcasting service of NHK in Tokyo.
In this sketch of Japan, we'll present a talk on Japanese castles. This is Radio Japan, the overseas broadcasting service of NHK in Tokyo.
You're listening to Southern Islands Broadcasting Corporation. Time is 10 o'clock. And here is the national news read by David Barlow. We'll begin with the headline. Covers the national news from SIBC. Our time, 8 past 10 o'clock. Again, let's make it your last music scene Saturday night. From SIBC, this is David Barlow, and I'm starting you off with Casey and Sunshine Band, Boogie Fever. I can't wait
You're listening to The Golden Gate to Friendship, and we invite you to stay tuned for another English program. This is KGEI, San Francisco, California, the United States of America, operating at 5.98 megahertz in the 49 meter band. This is the voice of friendship.
You are listening to KTWI, Aganya, Guam. Right on the Bible bus in a moment. This is KTWR, Aganya, Guam.
This is the American Forces Radio and Television Service.
This is London. 11 hours, Greenwich Mean Time. BBC World Service. The news, read by James Bowden. President Carter wants NATO to draw up plans to boost.
This is Radio Peking. Comrades and friends, we begin our program with a quotation from Chairman Mao Zedong.
Melihat sikap duduk si Yangtze yang menyerupai huruf I, saya ingat minyak wangi cap Yople atau Yves Saint Laurent. Juga dengan ajakan Do the Funky Conga dalam suguhan Radio Nederland.
You have a Saturday show from RadioSweden.com. You can listen to Boss Express doing the corporal.
Of Soviet public opinion, broadcasting from Moscow.
You have been listening to Vatican Radio, broadcasting to Africa.
This is Bucharest calling listeners in Asia.
This is Radio Moscow broadcasting to listeners in Sierra Leone in the 13 and 16 meter band.
World Service. Sports Roundup.
To the Swiss Broadcasting Corporation. The Swiss chronometer to give you the exact time. At the final tone, it will be 7 hours Greenwich Mean Time. This is Switzerland.
This is the United Nations in New York, broadcasting in English and Japanese to Australia and New Zealand in the 31 and 50 meter bands. In just a moment you will hear the United Nations news in English.
If you want to write to us, please do so. Our address is Radio Station Peace and Progress, Moscow, the USSR.
This is New Zealand calling. This is New Zealand broadcasting to Australia. A bulletin of New Zealand news will follow the call of the New Zealand bellbird. The time in New Zealand is 10 p.m. summertime. That's 9 hours Greenwich Mean Time.
The news read by John Cordery.
Here is the news in brief from Radio 1, read by Robert Artier.
KYOI will be broadcasting on 15.405 megahertz from 0700 to 1200 hours Japan Standard Time. This is Donna Summer.
This is Radio Australia in Melbourne, Victoria, with tuning information for the next part of our program. These frequencies will remain on air. 15,415 kilohertz, 19.46 meters, 17,795 kilohertz, 16.86 meters, and 17,870 kilohertz, 16.79 meters. This additional frequency is now on air. 11,790 kilohertz, 25.45 meters. Radio Australia from Melbourne, Victoria. It's 01:30 hours Greenwich Mean Time.
Here are some Australian items in brief.